Now we're going to look at some estimation strategies for multiplication. Now remember, this word is extremely important. We're just estimating. I don't want y'all to come up with the exact answer ever. I just want you to estimate, right? And the point of estimating is to make the math easy. If you can't do it in your head or very quickly on a piece of paper, you're probably not rounding enough. So remember, that's the idea of estimating, is you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be close. So one way you can do this is called front end, and that's where we don't want the nitpicky ones place. We just want to focus on the bulk of this problem, which is the 500 and then the 20. So we're actually going to ignore the ones place, and we're just going to focus on the bulk here, the big part. So we're going to do 500 times 6, which that would be 3,000. And then we're going to do 20 times 6, and 20 times 6 is 120, and then we're going to add those together, which is 3120. See how we could add that pretty easily? So in this instance, we work with the numbers on the front end. We ignore the ones place, because remember, the point is just to estimate. So we are saying we think that the answer is close to approximately 3,120. Approximately. If you don't want to leave off the ones place, then you can do something that we call compatible numbers. That's where we're taking a little bit more into consideration, maybe not just completely ignoring the ones place. So we could do 500, remembering that's not just a 5, it's a 500. 500 times 8, that would be 4,000. And then instead of doing 20 and 4, let's not break it up, that's too hard. Let's think about 24 as being pretty darn close to 25. Why would I want to change it to a 25? Because 25 acts like quarters with money, and so 25 is easier to multiply. So if I do 25 times 8, if I have 4 quarters, that's $1. So 25 times 4 is 100. Times 8 would be another 100. So we're looking at 200. So I'm making it compatible. This 25, using 25 instead of 24, the math is easier. So that's going to be 200, and then we add those together, and you just get 4,200. So we're saying, I think that this answer is approximately 4,200. I'm not saying it's equal to 4,200, it's close to that. So I did 500 and then 25, because 25 was easier to deal with than 24. And then the other thing you can do is you can use the range. And this is where you round both numbers down to get a low estimate. You round both numbers up to get a high estimate. So if I wanted to do 72 times 56, if I round them both down, 70 and 50, and I get 3,500, that would be my low estimate. If I round both numbers up, so round up 72 to 80 and round 56 to 60, that's 4,800. So round both down, and this is round both up. So what we find out is that the answer is somewhere between 3,500 and 4,800. That's our estimate. It's somewhere between those two numbers. Now, if you don't think that's a good enough estimate, then you could just maybe round better. Maybe you'd run around to like 75 and 55. Maybe you think that would give you a better estimate. It would make the math easier. But we like zeros because that makes the math the easiest. So remember, estimation is all about making your life easy. Don't get the exact answer and then round. You should never get the exact answer at all when you're estimating.